What's good, everybody? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson, back with another episode of Fair Use, guys. And today, my man Dennis Sperling is interviewing a divester. That is a black woman who no longer dates black men. And guys, it is an intense one-on-one discussion, guys. You gotta check this out. Check out his full interview at the first comment pinned to the top. And let's get into the reaction.
What divester means?
Oh, it's just abandoning all black male identified ideology, abandoning the idea of black love.
Black what?
You know,
You
cutting
black love, black.
Yeah, just cutting all that out. That's BS. You know, for me, it's just not dating black men. Because it's if you're entertaining black men at this point in time, it's kind of like a distraction for the bigger picture.
What's
I'm sorry?
And the bigger picture is what?
Black women coming together in a sisterhood, the way that we're doing, and it's a growing community, and I love it.
It's a growing community, and you love it. So dating black men is a distraction because black women coming together. To do what? Don't get me wrong. There are black women who are doing great things in the world, right? But how many of those black women are married to black men? Like a lot of them. You know, there was like Michelle Obama married to a black man. There's countless others who want to go to the NBA. There's like LeBron James' wife. There's Steph Curry's wife. So like, you hear these stupid excuses that, you know, somehow black men are stopping black women from doing something. Storytime music, let's assume this, right? Assuming me as a black man, I go outside every day and I say, you know what? Black women are a distraction. Because of them, I can't get in my car and drive around, you know? And this is a great community of black men I'm hanging around because we're just doing so much great and I love it. It's bullshit. If I'm not successful, it is not black women's fault. It's my fault. Just like her, okay? You dating black men is a distraction. No, you're a distraction. You're quite unsuccessful. That has nothing to do with black men. It has everything to do with you. Let's continue.
What's your end goal?
Black women putting themselves first, and stop having all these wedlock babies with all these black men. Starting real nuclear families.
Black women have 1.2 million babies by men.
Yeah, that's that Blackistan thing.
No, that's 1.2 million babies by men who are not black, over and above.
Can I get a ooh sound effect? Oh! That's right. Black women have 1.2 million babies with men who are not black, which means that you are selecting the guys that you want to deal with, and many times those relationships don't end in marriage or serious relationships. So whose problem is that? Is that black men's issues? Stop.
Black, over and above the amount that black men have. Like you, black women, and I know you don't have children, but
no.
But black women have 1.2 million black babies over and above the amount of children that black men have, which means that they've been having children with white and most likely white and Hispanic men.
Well, Blackistan is a practice too. They're practicing Blackistan over there too, because they're getting with like white guys don't usually leave their kids like that. So they're practicing Blackistan over there.
They're practicing Blackistan over there too. But wait a minute, I thought the divestors, the women who are having babies with these white men, Hispanic men, they're practicing Blackistan. Oh, you mean when they go over to the white and Asian community, they're doing the same shit they were doing in the black community, which would then almost certainly identify the fact that black men are not the individual problem with these women, that despite black men, they're having the same problems no matter where they go.
Blackistan over there too.
Why do you think
that's the thing. We have to
Why do
stop
you think
that.
these white men are abandoning these black women with these children?
I don't think that they're abandoning their kids. I just think that maybe black women didn't get married to them, which is unfortunate sometimes, but
they didn't. And it's the same thing that they're doing in the Black community. They're literally having children outside of wedlock with men of other races, just like they did with Black men. And
well, from what I see,
let me just kind of stop there. You see how she tried to make it okay for white men to not marry Black women? Oh, well, they just didn't get married. But if it's a Black man, they would say, oh, these guys don't marry Black women to take care of their kids. But when white men do it, it's completely okay. Go.
I see, from what I know, my friends, they're married to their husbands and they have nuclear families.
That's great.
I don't know any Black women that's going around busting it wide open for white men and just, doing the same thing.
Not just white, Hispanic and Asian, but majority white. So my question is, and I want to go back to Blackistan, and this goes back to the question I asked you earlier. It seems as though they're taking that same culture over to white men and Hispanic men and Asian men and doing the same things.
Yeah, because you got a lot of, people that want to practice Blackistan wherever you go. And even some white guys, they think that that's cool to be like the Black man, And to me, if I can't date a white guy that supports.
So the white man who thinks it's okay to be like the Black man. So why are we generalizing? Because, aren't there articles that say that Black men are the best fathers? That Black men are actually in their kids' lives more than anybody else? There's articles that say this. There's studies that indicate this. So what is being like the Black man like? Because every Black man is not the same. Because if I say this, right? Okay, all Black women have kids out of wedlock. All of them are obese. Now you would take offense to that because you're talking about all Black women, right? And there are some Black women that have those characters, but not all. But Black women, some of these ladies in the divestiture communities, I will say that they can generalize all of their failures on all Black men, and it's completely okay.
That supports BLM. I cannot F with a liberal white
I don't support BLM either. They're just a bunch of crooks, But that's not why we're here. And you not supporting BLM that's pretty common these days. Most Black people don't support BLM. The lady, it stands for big, large mansions.
Can I let me get like an explosion effect, Quasi. Big, large mansions. Shout out to Black Lives Matter and the corruption, though.
Large mansions.
Okay? That's a good one.
But my whole point.
That divestiture laugh. Is that the laugh you take over to Brad, boo?
The whole point is, it seems as though Black women are taking the same practices and activities to these other communities. And I think it's a
lot of Black men are taking their activities like that to white women too.
Hear me out. I think it's a cultural issue. And when you say Black, to me, I don't see that as a community. I see it as a culture issue, a toxic issue. But my question to you is, who teaches the culture to the children? Uh-oh. Good question, right? Let's go.
Well, you got the liberal school system, liberal academia.
Y'all see how to shut a guy out of that? Come on now. Who teaches the cultures to the women? Let's go.
Yeah, they're teaching,
I get
all the BS.
I get that. But who is teaching? You and I, you agreed that Black men aren't in the home, right? That's what you said, right? That's
Black men are abandoning their kids. Yeah, unfortunately.
Black men are abandoning their kids. What does that article say in the background? Yeah, see, Dennis Sperling knows that, but he just wants her to prove her own argument because she ain't that smart. Let's go.
Unfortunately.
So who is only the mother is then left to teach the culture to these children? Those Black mothers are teaching this toxic Blackistan culture that you're complaining about to the children.
Yeah, and a lot of those women that teach that, they're the ones that are Black male identified. Those are the mammies.
I know, but those same women.
I want y'all to watch the mistake she makes, because the Black women who are teaching the Blackistan culture, that's single mothers, single motherhood culture, ghetto culture. But I want you to realize a name that she brings up at the end of this that's going to be completely hilarious and really destroy this entire argument. Let's go.
But those same women are now going over to these other races and having children outside of wedlock by these white men and these Hispanic. They're doing the same thing. So they're going to destroy those white communities and Asian communities and Hispanic communities, just like they destroyed the black community.
That's why I'm sick of mammies. I don't like mammies. They go wherever they go, they'll get with a white guy and still defend black men. They'll still see black men as victims of some type.
So now we have mammies. Okay, so you see the there's a lot of moving the goalposts here. So she's dealing with she's called a divester, but a divester is not just a black woman who deals with white men. Because you can be a black woman that deals with white men and you're still a mammy because you talk good about black men or you talk good about the black community. You see how the goalpost is shifting? Let's go.
Some type of white supremacy. I don't believe in white supremacy. Right?
Okay, but let's stay on the point. What I'm saying is these same lovely ladies that you say you want to get with and y'all want to have this black female thing. I don't know what you would say. I don't want to miss.
Yeah, it's a divested utopia.
But these same women in this divestment utopia have this same toxic culture that has destroyed the black community. And now they're taking it, they're exporting it other places.
Well, that's why we have, our people like, I know you don't like her, but Cynthia G, she's helping black women like that learn the pathology of these black men and learn that they don't have to accept certain things, that they can think of their wound as like their temple. Don't give black men your wound like that.
Okay.
Wow. Now, I've been looking at this kid. She actually ain't not that bad looking. You got some little breasticles on her too. But the little Confederate COVID mask is interesting. It talks about Cynthia G. Cynthia G, who's helping black women understand black male pathology. That's very, very interesting because she's helping black women understand how to give their womb away. But didn't Cynthia G give her wound away to Robert Perkins, who already had 5 kids? A black male who was, that got her pregnant and, in her own words, didn't take care of the baby. Isn't that what happened? Even when Cynthia G was talking about how black men were the worst people and she went out and got pregnant by the same guy she's talking about. So that's the person who is the leader of these divestors, helping black women understanding black men's pathology? Or is it that black women also experience the same pathology that these black men do, and they are some of their biggest problems then also? Is that right? Because that's the truth. See, in closing, guys, these divestors, you have these guys, SYSBM, Save Yourself Black Men. You take black women away from them and you take black men away from the divestors. They're still unsuccessful. They're still not doing very well. Both of these groups of people are still having issues. Why? Because there's no personal accountability. And whenever you have no personal accountability, you go around blaming others for your problem, just like Cynthia G does. Always blaming everybody else for why she has X, Y, and Z things happening to her. And then she goes out and exhibits the same problems, rewarding black women of those issues, getting a YouTube baby by the same black man, and then you're helping black women understand black male pathology when your pathology is helping you go out there and create babies with the same people you're complaining about. That's how sick divestors are, guys. They should be ignored. But guys, check out the full interview below. What do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode. I'm out. Peace.